Welcome back to Project Management Made Easy. Today, we're going to be exploring what an earned value analysis is. So let's get to it. The EVA is a pretty important KPI for project managers. Why? Because this simple metric can give you an immediate pulse on your projects. It shows you the overall health of your projects. It will show you troubled projects, at-risk projects, and healthy projects. It's an industry standard method of measuring a project's progress at any given point in time, forecasting its completion date and final costs, and analyzing variances in the schedule and budget as the project proceeds. The three most important considerations of the earned value analysis are scope, time, and costs. Now, the calculations for this can be as simple or as complicated as you want. Here's the basic calculation. So let's break it down. The PV represents planned value, and it's also commonly referred to as budgeted costs of work schedule, or the BCWS. This includes allocated total work hours for the project to be completed, as well as the authorized budget. Then there's the AC. AC stands for actual costs, and it is exactly what it says it is, the cost of the work that has been completed thus far. Then we have BAC. BAC stands for budgeted at completion. Finally, we have EV, which is earned value. Earned value is the percentage of work covered by the planned value. To make this a little easier to digest, let's give an example here. Let's say that you have a budgeted cost for a project at $100,000. The project is to be completed in 10 months. After a month, you've completed about 10% of the project with a total expense of $20,000. The planned completion should have been about 20% at this point. So what do we know here? We know this. We know that our budgeted at completion cost is $100,000. We know that our actual cost is $20,000. First, we have to calculate the planned value, which is simply the planned completion percentage multiplied by the budget at completion. That means 20% multiplied by 100,000 gives us 20,000. Next, we have to calculate the earned value. The earned value is simply the actual completion percentage multiplied by the budget at completion. So in this case, that would be 10% multiplied by 100,000, which gives us 10,000. So here's where we find out how much damage has actually been done. We're going to calculate the cost performance index, which is simply earned value divided by actual cost. That's $10,000 divided by $20,000 to give us 0.50. Now that's pretty bad. That means for every dollar that's being spent, the project is producing only 50 cents of work. Not too great. Now let's see where our time is going by looking at the schedule performance index. It's simply earned value divided by planned value. In this case, that's $10,000 divided by $20,000 to give us, once again, 0.50. What that means is that for every estimated hour of work, only half an hour is being spent doing the job. Now that's definitely a problem. This tells us that the team is very behind and has some catching up to do. Ideally, you want to see the result at 1, meaning that the project is on time and on schedule. So that's it for earned value analysis. Next week, we're going to be starting a pretty cool series where I'm going to tell you about all the shit that project managers say. See you then!